If there was a fighter who had the most title defenses in UFC history and he won all his fights because he had insane power, would he be considered the GOAT? Well, that's all relative. The thing is, when you're the GOAT, you have to be the champion in a golden era. Why is Muhammad Ali considered the GOAT? Because when he was fighting and he was world champion, it was literally the time with the most talented fighters. Now, if you look at Mike Tyson, he was also world champion, but people don't really say he's the GOAT in the boxing community. Nobody really says he's the GOAT. Even when he was in his prime. Forget when he went to jail, came back, and had a bunch of losses. Forget all that. Nobody counts that Mike Tyson. We're talking about Mike Tyson in his prime when they couldn't get a guy to fight him. They couldn't find anybody to fight him. Why was he not considered the greatest of all time? Only because Mike Tyson didn't have any great rivals. He didn't have a George Foreman. He didn't have a Joe Frazier. He didn't have a Ken Norton. He didn't have a fighter that was also a phenom. The golden era of heavyweight boxing was the era of Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali dominated that circuit. Mike Tyson was in a regular era, nothing special. There was no phenoms alongside him. Yes, there was Lennox Lewis, but Lennox Lewis came way after. Lennox Lewis went to Europe to box and become a world champion. He didn't want nothing to do with Mike Tyson until Mike Tyson fell off. Guys, I'll tell you a little story, okay? Lennox Lewis is a Canadian, okay? He was originally boxing out of Canada, Then he went to Europe. I know boxing trainers that work with Lennox Lewis when he was young. Lennox Lewis, at a young age, sparred with Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson, the rumor has it, when they were both very, very young, they sparred together as amateurs, and Mike Tyson whooped him. Then, 15, 20 years later, they fight as professionals. Now, Mike Tyson is way beyond his prime. Mike Tyson, after the fight, before fighting Lennox Lewis, they told him, hey, you're going to fight Lennox Lewis now? And he's like, I need 1 or 2 more fights. He wasn't ready. He wasn't in shape. They say when he went to jail, he didn't throw a single punch. He was not in his prime no more. Guys, look what happened to him after Lennox Lewis. He lost to guys you never heard of. Mike Tyson, before going to prison, when he was in his prime, before he lost to Buster Douglas, before he got on Prozac, before he had all his life problems, I think he would have beat Lennox Lewis. At that time, he beats Lennox Lewis. Now, Lennox Lewis turned out to be a legend, but he's still not at the level of a Muhammad Ali or at the level of a Mike Tyson in his prime. I just personally don't think he was at that level. I think he became one of the greats, definitely, but just not at that level of a Muhammad Ali or George Frazier or George Foreman.